to the Doomsday Report. Now, on this week's episode, I am being joined by the Breathing Method, and we're up at the Cat House on Royal Bloom's album launch. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Doomsday Report. Now, what I want to do on this week's episode is a little bit different. I don't want to fire questions at you. I want to have something a little bit more casual, just a little bit of a casual chat sort of thing. Now, you're a band that's still relatively quite new to me. Yep. How long have you guys been around?
Well, that's a bit of a weird one. The band's actually probably about 18 or 19 years old, because so Jamie and James were the original members of the band, and they were in, well, they had a few different names back in the day. Seraphim,
but then Seraphim
came out, and then became
Biffy Clyde, but his half the name.
I know.
So we've just toured with Seraphim. Oh fuck.
But Jamie and I own music studios, and like we got this sort of bug again because we opened the music studios and made a call to James, and we sort of like made the band with new members. So like Jamie used to sing, but I sing now. G's our bass player, Trish is our drummer, and obviously James the guitar, and Jamie does backing vocals and rhythm guitar. The songs that we're going to play tonight and that we have been playing are all about 18 years old.
Right.
It's only now, like, apart from one year, which it's only now that we're starting to write sort of new material. So yes, we are a new band, but the oldest new band ever.
Even the cover of an old song.
Yes, even the cover is an old song as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I say, we've been on the go in this iteration of the band for about a year now.
About
yeah.
Right, now I've been listening to you guys on Spotify.
Yep.
Now you got 3 singles out on that. Is there plans to be releasing any more singles, an EP, an album?
Yeah, so
all of the above.
In December, so we've got an EP pretty much finished. We just need to do some vocal tracks on it, which is going to drop in December, just as a wee sort of placeholder, which is songs that we've written that aren't going to make the album, basically.
Right.
But over the next sort of 5 months, we're taking a break from gigging, and we're going to be in the studio relentlessly, sort of writing new material, rehearsing new material, recording that stuff, and there'll be a new album. We can't decide whether it's going to be called The Long Blink or what was the other name? The Long Blink and After Everything Else. So that'll be out in May next year, hopefully.
I love the fact that 3 years ago. Is it?
It's fast up.
Cool. I quite like that.
Basically, this band is that I do stuff and then go, by the way, guys, this is what we're doing.
So you're the big decision maker?
I'm like, well, it's a democracy insofar as I say, this is what's happening, guys.
It's the lady that runs things.
He's the lead of the band. Like,
we get the biggest hits in the band as well.
James kind of.
Well, no, I'm actually really glad that I've got to see you tonight because, well, I've been meaning to come to your last few shows, and for health reasons I've not been able to make it, so I'm glad I made your final show of the year. Now, how long has this show been planned for?
This one, so it's been in the works for...
Part of the Boy Hits Car tour?
No, this was different. No, so this show's been in the works for about 4 months, but it was only announced about 6 weeks ago or so, because it's actually, it's Royal Bloom's album launch party, and they were like kind enough to ask us to support them because we're good pals, we're good friends, and so like I said, about 4 months, but it's only really been promoted for about sort of 6 to 8 weeks or so, but you know, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, indeed. Now, you touched up upon the Boy Hits Car tour.
Yeah.
Now, I was supposed to come and interview you guys on that night. What I want to know is, how did you get that slot on that tour? Because from what I remember of Boy Hits Car, is they are a legendary band.
That's not good.
WWF War era. You know, Lita's entrance music. That's how I know them.
How
did you get on that tour?
How do we get the support? We booked the tour. That's how we did it. And we booked ourselves.
Yeah, so we, like myself and Jamie own Bring It On events as well. It's like we book comedy and music nights. And I've loved Boy Hits Car since I was about 12 years old. Fell in love with them from their first album, and I just like one day I had this mad notion when I was sitting in the office. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to send an email and see if they want to do a tour in the UK. They've not been over since.
Next thing we know, we're FaceTiming with them.
And like, I asked Craig and Bill like from Boy Hit Scar if they would mind if we supported them, and they were like, nah, fucking crack on kind of thing. So that was like, unfortunately it's been postponed until next year. We're just waiting to finalise the dates for next year, but you know, we'll be on that tour next year.
They like to hold off to promote their new album, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Their album was
makes sense. So
their album was due to launch. So I think it was like May or June. But
which we've had for a couple of months now, and I think it's possibly the best stuff yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like it's very reminiscent of their earlier work, which is fucking outrageous for me.
Yeah, you know what? That is something that my brother said.
Yeah.
Carl. He's the guy that got me into Boy Hit Scar back in the day. You know, and he said the more recent stuff is not as good as the older stuff. But when I sent him the new song, I probably shouldn't be admitting this, but I said it to my brother. I was like, Carl, what do you think of this? And he's like, you know what, that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Injustice they just dropped that single actually in promotion for the new album, and it's fucking stunning. It's a brilliant song. And like I've heard the whole new album front to back. Sorry, Boy Hit Scar. And like from start to finish, it's a masterpiece. It's brilliant, and I think anybody that's even remotely a fan of them will really like it.
Awesome. Now, changing the conversation from Boy Hit Scar back to you guys. Now, what are the plans going into next year? I know you touched upon the album. What about music videos?
Yeah, so well, actually, we're filming a sort of DIY type music video tonight, just for the lead single off the new EP,
which is called
Hope for a Better Day. It's going to be very rough, very DIY on purpose, like loads of like, sort of video phone.
So it's got like an old school feel to it.
Yeah,
so sort of like VHS type.
So that'll come out.
Apart from being 4K mobile phone. VHS as you can get in there.
I'll put a filter on it.
Yeah, exactly. How can we make this look shitter?
There's actually a few bands around that are doing that now, and they're going for that retro look. I mean, Gunpoint X, they've done that in their the last video. I think it was for Guns?
Yeah.
You know, they had like an older feel to that. So is that something that you're looking to do?
Do you know? It's not even. I don't even think necessarily it is. I think it's just because we're filming it on phones.
The thing is, I mean, the first only music video we done was for Burton.
Yeah.
And we actually realised it was a cool setting down beneath Ellis Studios in the basement.
Our landlord doesn't know.
After getting like a few dead birds and stuff like that, we found it was the ideal place for that.
Yeah, it's
so,
cool.
Yeah, so it was that kind of old
Dead animals and homeless people.
Genuinely.
I'm just new.
Yes, I do remember.
Fourth gig.
So how long have you been in the band then?
What,
About 2 months.
Really?
I've known
really
Jamie since I was about 16, so a good couple of years.
So you just kind of slide in.
Yeah. I'd been out of music for a long time. I just decided when they were looking for a bass player, let's go for it again.
Awesome.
It's been
Max, the previous bass player, he was never technically a member. He just said, I'll fill in for as long as you want. And we just never brought... I know, thanks
I was
Max.
just to say it was temporarily permanent.
Yeah, we just never brought...
That's never a bassist. I'm a bassist myself, and we're always temporarily permanent. And every bass player in a band is the world's most okay bass player.
The guy from Deftones, like the guy from Quicksand that was playing with them, I think he was like a temporary permanent one for about 11 years. And then they just stopped phoning him. Am I out? I don't know. You're never in.
But yeah, so the music videos will come out with the EP, but then for next year, the plan is, you know, funds allowing, because obviously we are a sort of DIY band, is to have 3 music videos in the can for the album releasing, so that we can release them throughout the year, and then we're going out on tour.
I've got to say, I think one of our priorities is getting new material together.
Yeah.
You know,
Which ties in with the album nicely though.
Jamie and myself wrote a lot of these old songs so many years ago, and we've heard them and heard them and heard them. And for all we've been out the band's not been in the going so long, and it's great. It's so much fun to play them, and it actually blows me away. Fans still digging these songs, and even people who've never heard them before. But obviously they're more modernised, with different style of vocals and stuff like that as well. But I think we're all in agreement the priorities to get new material down.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So we-
sounding tasty.
We're starting to
Yeah.
gel now as a unit, I think, so
Yeah.
the timing's right, and the album, it's going to be perfect. Because we've got the recording studio anyway, we can do it at our leisure.
Yeah.
We're all a bit better now, well Jamie and
Yeah.
myself are better, hopefully, on our instruments and songwriting, and we're all older and it's
I'm
a pleasure working with these
mature
guys, you know.
So you definitely say that you've grown as a band then?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think with any, like, I kind of view that, like, any band that I'm in, but specifically, in particular, this band is a kind of sort of brotherhood, you know, like, and sisterhood.
You're one of the boys, let's be honest.
Let's be honest,
Like
it's a personhood.
Yeah, it's
Let's not
like,
exclude anybody.
Yeah.
You've got a VPC this day now,
Do you
Jim.
know what? We scream and shout at each other in rehearsals and when we're recording and stuff, and we get pissed off at each other. Like
All the
quite
time.
a fucking lot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like
Because we're
these
so
guys,
passionate
like, these
about
guys,
it.
these guys are family, and like we're only doing it because we want it to be.
We do it
as
when we're
perfect as-
happy though as well, because it's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
fucking dick.
absolutely. Me and Jamie are constantly calling each other fat cunts. I mean, because we are, but yeah.
Is it an argument?
That's it, it's a hate crime.
Once we've got the album in the bag, we're planning. We're going to do an album launch show at Nice and Sleazy's, and
Have we got a date for that?
yeah, it's May the 18th, I think. I'll just
I
double
was
check
really,
it.
was going to say May the 4th.
Yeah, well,
Missed opportunity.
I wish it was,
Oh.
but no, I think it's May the 18th. I need to double check, and then Jamie and I are going to download in the first week in June, and then we're going for 2 weeks. We're going to be hitting the road. We've got an 8 or 9 date tour in June, and then we come back from that, and then towards the tail end of the year there's going to be another 9 dates with Boy Hits Car, and potentially a few dates down south for us. So it's going to be a busy year for us next year,
Yeah.
but it's something that, you know, I think that I can speak for all of us and say that it's something that we're fully committed to doing and trying to get ourselves out there. Because us four,
We're getting in
us four,
Well, that's what I was gonna say, that.
and this is our sort of last kick of the ball.
I'm glad you said that at 4.
Yeah.
That's why I'm over the side of the
So
road.
you're the baby of the band.
Yeah, 35 is-
I've got pals that are granddads. Genuinely.
You're going to have to get me an interview with Boy Hits Car.
Oh, do you know, absolutely.
I'm sure they would. They're lovely guys, man.
I arranged it the last time, and I'll arrange it again. It's, we'll get you back when the guys are playing here next year. I don't know when it is. I don't know what the date is. On you go.
We're kind of restricted by what. Speaking of Royal Bloom,
Right now, if you could give yourself one piece of advice from your very first gig you ever played, what would that be?
We're off the dogs.
What, like first gig as a band or first gig ever?
Well, because I remember I've not been like playing live for a long time. I'm recently retired. Now I remember being really nervous, being really static on stage for my first performance.
Yeah.
Now, was that similar for you guys in your first ever performance?
Do you know-
And what would you say to yourself to?
I'm constantly getting grief off him for the lack of my mobility on stage. However, I do a lot of lead work in the guitar and it's hard to jump about. Try my hardest to concentrate.
practice.
Aye, that'll.
I think, I think
But they're coming in yet, but they're getting
yeah, we are, like, we absolutely are, but I think like
Back more
the,
stage
the
presence.
first ever gig we played together, I was fucking steaming because I was so nervous.
Was that audio yet?
No, Venue 38.
Oh, Venue 38,
I was so drunk, and I didn't make a cunt of it or anything, but like the biggest bit of advice is, you know, stick to 2 or 3 beers before you go on stage, you know, loosen yourself off.
That's
but
good advice.
It's a fine line.
I think we're talking, that's something else entirely we're talking about.
I struggle to walk at the best of times. I don't drink full stop.
But yeah, I think just stay loose and fucking and enjoy it is the biggest thing.
Alright, when they come, man, it's just...
Flying in. Meaning filthy!
Hey, filthy, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, the biggest bit of advice is just fucking enjoy it. Because as much as it's a job, and it is a job, if you're not going to get anywhere if you don't treat it as a job.
I think also,
It's the most fun fucking job in the world. Let's be
I
honest
think
with you.
also, like, see the first few gigs, or us as a band, But we're still coming at that whole COVID thing, you know, and there was the punters coming, there was nobody coming out, you know, and it was, see trying to do your thing on stage and there's no punters, it's a hard thing to do, but it's getting better as the weeks go by. So yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of finding.
So we were in Newcastle, what, a week, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks.
Was it that?
That was with the
2 weeks ago.
Raptors.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
It was
how did that go?
a small
for an interview.
venue in Newcastle, small venue, 75 people, and I mean it was very small. It was shoulder to shoulder. It was incredible.
yeah.
What a
It
buzz!
was packed.
A complete sweatbox. It was
roasting,
nuts.
innit? Oh my goodness.
The stage was like even
This
smaller.
size-
This was like if the stage.
Yeah.
What
get hit by
was your
cymbals
favourite
and-
moment off of them 2 days? It was Thursday and Friday, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
was down
Yeah,
there.
the Bannerman's in Edinburgh.
Oh,
And then next week-
no, it's Thursday, Friday. So Thursday in
Thursday,
Bannerman's, Friday in Newcastle.
I enjoyed
I think-
I enjoyed Well the Nights.
It's dad there.
Do you know, I think like, my favourite part of the night was in Newcastle because it was obviously it was a lot busier and we got a really good reception. But I think it was just how many people actually turned up to see us. You know,
That don't know us personally or we're
so I
from a
heard
different
this on
city.
Spotify, and I think there was 75 people there, and of those 75, I think we were responsible for about 20 of them, which still doesn't sound like a lot, but
especially
it's,
from a
but,
band that's like.
It helped the
not-
fact that the Raptors are such a nice bunch of
I was
guys.
going to say
as well,
that for me
and-
it was the relationship we built with those guys. They're beautiful people,
Raptors,
absolutely
Real
great guys.
Raptors are one of the finest bands that I've ever
So
saw
good,
live,
man, so
and
good.
they're absolute gents. And actually, I've got a wee present from Nick on stage tonight that I like.
Of course
Yeah,
you do.
yeah,
That romance there.
Yeah,
Massive romance.
Yeah.
His wife doesn't know anything.
do you know what? Just drop the beat. It's a fucking romance. I love it.
Love the guy.
That was great, it was so welcoming down there as well. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I said.
We were just one of the crew, one of the guys. Like,
Aye.
it's brilliant.
But it's just good to see fans coming and turning up.
That's the Bannerman's is excellent as well. It's a brilliant venue. It's a superb venue, and they look
Yeah,
at
how big is Bannerman's? Because I've not actually been there.
Well,
before.
but
Oh,
the
check it out,
official-
definitely
yeah.
check out Bannerman.
Yeah.
it's a
official
proper
cap.
rock place.
Yeah, the official cap for Barnum's is 175, but if there was 100 people in there, you'd be standing like.
Who's the last Bannerman? No, wasn't it Janus Stark, the last one?
No, it was
It was
one
one
of
of
the
the
Raptors.
Raptors. It was Janus
It was
Stark before
supported
that.
Janus Stark and Bannerman's. That's Giz Butt, the guitarist from the Prodigy, live guitarist from the Prodigy, has the punk band, which was
Great
another
band,
another brilliant guy.
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
so talented, man. He's a really good guitarist. And phenomenal.
Very
guitarist.
knowledgeable, man.
Yeah.
Right, like this year's
Good
been a-
legatos, of course. Yeah, whatever the fuck that is.
Mine are getting there.
this year's been a massive learning experience for us as well, you know, because like we go to gigs and like we stay and watch everybody because like you pick up wee bits and pieces of like, you know, whether it's me for stage presence, kind of like that side of things, or you know Trish might see a wee like a cool wee fill or whatever, and it's not like plagiarism. It's just like taking inspiration
Even
from other
yeah,
arts. And there's so many talented bands that are at this level that you know that deserve to be playing at the Hydro. You know,
that's
like,
one thing I have
it's-
noticed doing
it's
this.
incredible, like the amount of talent that's out there that just doesn't get
No, it
recognized.
So you're
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that staying to the end, I said to Giz, but I says, I will wait for half your set. He's like, just make sure it's the second half.
There is something that I like asking bands, and that's: do you have any funny or embarrassing tour stories? Something that
I don't care.
No, we're not telling that
No,
story.
I'm not going to tell that.
Absolutely not.
there's a
There's
story
a
somewhere.
crack out.
You could tell the original one.
I should have chatted.
He did my
I
back
should
at the
have.
door.
She gets Trish's mum down, she'll spill the beans.
Someone would, absolutely.
Do you know what I'll say is that yes, there has been, but to save blushes of somebody that we're not going to point out in the band at all, we're not going to tell that story.
What I will say is we had to stop this was in Skipton in the Yorkshire Dales.
Right.
We had to stop the car, what, 6-7
Oh,
times for
easy.
vomiting.
Car sickness.
In the Yorkshire Dales, idyllic, beautiful.
Oh,
country.
The alcohol didn't help.
I think
Yeah,
she-
that's like this, aye.
2%.
She gave a hedgehog a bath and spew.
It wasn't pleasant. I was
But,
happy to return home.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That was great, though.
that
I
was
loved
Dubs
it
and
when they-
Dales.
Dubs
Obviously,
and
we had
Dales.
a festival in the
Silent
Yorkshire
disco.
Dales. And it was-
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
we
camper
camped
van
out. We
festival.
camped out, and it was freezing. It was the coldest we've ever been on stage. But you know what a blast it was.
Absolutely.
But the crowd, it was such a mixed crowd.
Right.
You know, as we
Oh, it's
there,
kids,
pensioners, you know,
kids.
That was great. Fucking Graham.
Gordon. Oh,
I have known him for 20 odd years, man. He, I fucking lost my train. He got to play a few songs. Like Max was still with us at this point, but we were like, you know, do you come on stage and give us a couple of tunes? And it was a good kind of
baptism of fire.
it was a good kind of lead in for him with the bass playing.
Yes.
So. And it was busy,
It was
proper busy. And then we got really super drunk and then danced the night away with
Silent disco.
silent discos.
Amazing.
I was running back to
Like
10 and goes,
ever.
boys! And James was like, what is it? Yeah, I was like, this is the best fun you've ever had, coming to silent disco. And he's like, oh, for fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
again.
I
was in my bed earlier.
And when I got back to the tent, there's somebody stole my
They're
fucking
funny to look
headphones.
at if you've not got headphones in on that.
That was the freakiest thing.
You could just see like 300 people going, rolling.
Oh, God, yes.
Not
Yes.
a bit of music.
Oh wow, awesome.
Oh, it's so
Silent
fun.
disco is what can I say, maybe that's the future for Doomsday.
Hey,
No,
maybe.
no,
But anyway,
We
what
can do
can I
silent
say?
gigs.
This has been a pleasure to have you guys chatting with me.
Thank you. Cheers.
I know you've got to go and get ready for your performance
Yep,
tonight.
yes.
But what can I say? I've been Esteban. This has been the Breathing Method, and this has been the Doomsday Report. What the fuck are we doing, guys?